I swear to God, there is nothing I hate more than wasted potential. Because why wouldn't you take a chance on yourself?
26th of June 1998. By the 26th of June 2002, the Coldplay, or the band, whatever they're called then, will be known just all over, man. We're gonna be so Survival Shop with Guy, Will, John and Chris. Don't you forget. Massive. Absolutely huge.
I just don't understand why some people do not want to win. You're already playing the game, so why not play the game to win? Let's get real. There's a certain level of delusion that every single successful person needs in order to win. Not the fake it till you make it kind, not that I'm pretending everything is okay until I make it kind, not them. I'm talking about the sacred kind. The kind that says, I believe in myself so much that it literally scares anyone else that does not believe in themselves. Kanye West once said something that was so flipping iconic that I think about it every single day.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything.
This is literally my Roman Empire saying, because I know I can do anything, that is what I mean by delusion. That level of belief, that is not ego, that is identity. That is someone that refuses to live by the conditions that other people have placed for them. Now contrast that with what most people do. What if it doesn't work out? What if I lose money? What if I fail? What if? But what if you win? What if you do exactly what you're doing, it works out and you win? No one ever says the positive of that, and that is why when most people say that there is 1% of people that are willing to do what the other 99% of people are not willing to do, because everyone else feeds into the what if on the negative aspect. What if one leap actually changes your whole life? You don't know that. What if that just, if you took a chance on yourself that no one else has ever taken on you, you could become the next big thing? This is the truth that not many people are ready to hear. You can't say you're ready to win, but you're not ready to lose. You can't say you believe in your future, but you're still very loyal to your past self. The past self that has left you in the same rut, in the same situation that you've always been in. It doesn't work like that. If you go 100% in, if you show up with your entire heart and soul, if you put every single thing into this, how can you fail? If you stay consistent and you are there waking up day in, day out, and you show up for yourself, think about it. When is the last time? Comment below. When is the last time that you went 100% into something and it failed? Please let me know. And I mean your absolute 100%. I'm not talking about just like your 10%, your 5%. Like you put in 100% of effort and got 100% out. Because a lot of people, they put in 75% effort, place that other 25% effort elsewhere, and when they only receive 75% of the results, they then say, this hasn't worked. Yes, it has. You got exactly what you put in. Your thoughts create vibrations and your emotions create a frequency. What you constantly believe becomes your dominant energetic signature. In other words, the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to who you are being. And I see this all the time. I was watching MasterChef recently and I saw the last 2 seasons there's been these 2 people that have won. Other people have been saying, oh, like I hope I win. Oh, Chef Ramsay, like I can't wait to somehow like become your head chef. I hope I make it there. I think about it. But the 2 people that won the last 2 seasons without a word of a doubt from episode 1 have said, I am going to walk out through that door. I can't wait to hear the audience say my name. I know I'm going to be your head chef. They have said it with so much conviction that I know, like even before knowing who was going to win, I have said to my partner every single time, these are going to be the winners. These believe it more than anyone else. They already are there. They've already placed themselves in the shoes of the winner and have already visualized what their winning moment looks like, and have said it so many times that there is no way that the universe would not make this happen for them. Both times, well, actually the first one was a really good chef. Second one, questionable, not that great, but the conviction was there regardless. And even when they were like winning challenges, and he'd be like, yeah, Chef Ramsay, I'm gonna be wearing this when I'm your head chef. And other people are like, oh, I've had a really bad week, I hope it's enough to get into the finals. You got into the finals, but you didn't win because you didn't have the level of conviction. If you're hesitant or doubtful, that is exactly what you are broadcasting, like all of the other contestants. If you're bold and certain in your vision, that's exactly what's going to shift your reality. Delusion isn't about denying logic. It's about overriding the fear that was instilled by logic. From a psychological perspective, your brain is wired for survival, not for success. It's always scanning for danger and for ways to protect you from that danger rather than always seeking solutions. But here's the thing, your potential does not live in your safety zone. Don't forget that. It lives on the other side of that internal resistance. That edge where your old self wants to stay small, wants to stay safe, wants to stay protected. Your future self is calling you forward and saying, step out of that comfort zone and come to this side. And you're ignoring it. You are literally not picking up the phone. And if you're waiting for that feeling of I'm finally ready, readiness isn't a feeling, it's a choice. You have to actually actively decide that you are ready to now step into your potential. You don't just suddenly get there where one day you're suddenly in a place where everything finally feels right, everything is finally aligning in order to be successful. You have to take the first step in order to become successful. You have to take that very first step so that the universe knows that you are ready for what is to come. It will never give it to you. It's like it's knocking on your door. It's been knocking on your door, and all you have to do is actually open the door. But it can't keep knocking on your door forever. Like, if you don't open that door, it's not just gonna come into your house. It needs you to literally respond to it. You're either going to build a life that reflects your fears or a life that reflects your faith. And before you say that's unrealistic, ask yourself, where has realism ever gotten you? Who do you know that lived a realistic life and is successful? I tell you now, you can look up the word delusion and type in any celebrity and you will literally see videos of when they were in a poor state of mind, what they did in order to get themselves out of that realistic thought. Jim Carrey was homeless. He wrote himself a check for, I believe it was like 5 million. And he, at that point, if he was realistic and like, oh, I'm a homeless person, he never would have been the Jim Carrey we know today. You need to literally let yourself be delusional. Remove realistic from your vocabulary. You need to know, and that no needs to be much louder than the world's doubts. You can be scared, you can have doubt, but don't allow that to be much greater than your knowledge of yourself and who you are becoming. Do what you do to the fullest, speak into it like it's already done, act as though it's already done, do absolutely everything you need to allow the universe to know that you are already operating on that plane of life. I remember when I was around 20 years old and I was dating this guy, and I had these like delusions of grandeur. I literally would tell myself every single day, I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. At the time I was studying pharmacy at uni, and he would consistently say to me, what if it doesn't work out? What if this? What if that? I am now in a position where I am living my dream life. I'm pretty much retired at this point, and I'm traveling the world, living in my dream apartment. I left his scarcity mindset behind, and here I am in a much better elevated state, and he's still in the same position that he was in 5 years ago when we were having these conversations. And it is that like delusion that led me to where I am now. Even when I was a broke uni student, I had no money in my bank account, I could see the bigger vision, but he couldn't, and that's why he's still in the same position he was in back then. So you need to have that delusion of grandeur, that like life is going to be a lot bigger, a lot better than it currently is. Go like car shopping, go house viewing, literally go and see your dream apartment and visualize yourself in that apartment, because those who don't ask the universe do not get. Thank you for listening to my video, guys, and if you stayed till the end, if you click the link below, you can get yourself a free bundle for business success. And this has a free journal, a free naming system, a free competitor analysis. There are over 50 pages in this free bundle that you can get right here.